Hi, party people. So today was a very tired day. Jason got called 3 times last night. 3 fucking times. 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m., and 1 o'clock a.m. 1 in the fucking morning, he got called. Super lucky for me is my bladder totally enjoys waking up in the middle of the night because it loves to remind me, like, hey man, you're awake, you have to go to the bathroom anyway. So I had to get up and go all 3 times because I decided to have like a crap ton of water when I got home from work yesterday and hot chocolate. I somehow needed 2 cups of hot chocolate last night. I was like, I probably shouldn't have 2 cups, and Jay was like, do it. So I did. I'm driving to work feeling like absolute shit, you guys. Like, I don't know how people do this. Like, I'm surprised I even get there in one piece some days. Like, basically, like, both, this is in addition to being tired. So basically, like, both sides of my head feel like they've got like a vise like here, and it's just like my brain like bouncing back and forth between them, which gets worse if I have to like bend over or something, which is totally fun when I was blow drying my hair. But Moo was really cute. He went outside, and after he went to the bathroom, he was like coming in all full of rain water because of course it's raining today. He's like all wet, and I was like, I'm gonna have to blow dry you too, aren't I? And then he's like, yeah mom, let's do this. He was so cute. He came into the room and he was just sitting next to me while I was blow drying, and then I blow dry him, and I blow dry me, and blow dry him, blow dry me, and he was just so cute. He was just loving it, smiling, giving me his cute little smiling face, putting his little head up like this so I pet him. And then he would chuff at me every time I stopped petting him, like, hey, where'd you go, Ma? And so that was the highlight of the morning so far. I can't find any podcasts that are updated today. So there's a Cindy one coming at some point. Oh no, that's next week. Shit, I already listened to the new one this week. The Hello Happy podcast has not been out yet. I don't know if I'm missing the one that came out last Friday and it hasn't like downloaded, or if there wasn't one, or if I already listened to it but there's not a new one. Planner Girl Chatter, already listened to that one from like, that was last week anyway, so school bus. So no new podcasts, and I'm sick of searching through YouTube for shit to listen to on the way to work, so I'm just driving. I just thought I'd talk to you because I'm bored and not feeling good, and I'm like, who the hell calls at like 1 a.m.? The stupid thing was he couldn't even fix it. Like, couldn't even fix it because not the right person to call. If you're gonna call somebody at 1 a.m. and wake them up and wake their wife up because their wife has superhuman hearing and hears everything, then make sure it's the right fucking person to call. Like 4 people. These were like, he might have gotten called 4 times actually. These are like 4 different people that called though. And all of them are like, well, you're the person that they gave me your number to call. And he's like, I'm not even on the team that does this. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know how to fix it. I don't even know what this is. And yet they kept calling. So it's like, don't you people fucking talk to each other? Like, hello, communicate. Okay, and sometimes I would be like, okay, well, you don't know the whole situation. And some people will probably say in the comments, you don't know the whole situation. They're just doing their best. No, they're not fucking doing their best, because you know what? I work in the same area as him. I do the same job he does. Kind of. I work in the same genre, if you will. We both work in IT. He works on servers. I have worked on servers. I manage a help desk and have managed help desks for the last 15 years, and basically, I know the protocol that they're supposed to be following, and they're not following it, which is exceedingly frustrated as somebody who not only has been on the receiving end of such protocol, but has been on the management end of that protocol. So the really fun thing is that there's some sort of breakdown in the process on the end of whoever's supposed to be managing it, because this happens every time he's on call. Every time. So I wish they would just fucking fix their service desk so it doesn't call at 1 a.m. when he can't fix things because he's not the right person to call. The really fun part is that every time I wake up because of something like this, my dog also wakes up because Max does not let me go anywhere without him, which is exceedingly cute and lovey and everything. But at the same time, then he wants to go outside. And I gotta take him outside because he needs to go potty because that dog has a bladder like his mom. And so it's a big fucking to-do every time. And I just wish that they would get it right just one time so I could just sleep through the night just once in my freaking life. I already struggle with sleeping through the night because my bladder apparently is that of a 2-year-old, especially after having my son, and it's clusterfuck week, man. A really fun part of this week is I am on call for jury duty. So any day I could get called to be like, hey, you need to report to the courthouse and you need to be there at this time and you're not going to be able to go to work. They pay you like $10 a day for this. Basically, they pay for your transportation there and back, is it. You don't get paid for your time there unless they consider a $10 a day, competent minimum wage. And I think the minimum wage here is like $10 an hour at least. It's got to be like $10 or $12 now. I don't personally pay attention because I don't care that much, but needless to say, I get paid a lot more than that at my regular job, and so I'm going to be pissed if I have to actually go down there and waste my time doing whatever the hell it is that they want me to do. The really fun part is that I've learned, because my coworker just had to do this like 3 weeks ago, that sometimes they make you report down there, and then you get to the courtroom and the judge throws the case out. So you've been there, you've waited like 2 hours to get into the courtroom, and then you're sitting there waiting for your case to be called in the courtroom. Then when your case gets called, the judge can just throw it out. And so you spent like 3 hours or 4 hours of your time for nothing. It's essentially for nothing, because it's your civic duty or whatever. I mean, it's... So... seriously, if they waste 4 hours of my time, I'm gonna be pissed, because I need that money, man. I have Monday off, and I'm a contractor, so I don't get paid if I don't work, and I'm already gonna have to figure out how to make up that time, and I don't want to have to add to that. I mean, eventually it's just a lost cause, and it's like, fuck it, I'm not gonna spend all my free time at home trying to make up for lost time that I should have been working during the workday. But I'm probably not gonna try to make up Monday, because it just makes the rest of the week long and torturous. But it's just frustrating. All of it. So this week, I'm not surprised I don't feel good this week, because it's a lot of stress, man. I have to call every single day at 4:30 in the afternoon to see if I have to go down there the next day. The fun part is, with my husband being on call, that he could have to go into the office or the data center at any time, day or night. Doesn't matter. It's like a doctor, like a hospital doctor, like somebody that works in the ER or some shit. Like you could have to go there at any point in time, like with 10 minutes of warning or no warning at all, and you just have to, the rest of your life just has to wait and deal with it. But if I get called and my husband gets called, and there's not, one of us there for my kid, then I got to figure out daycare, and I got to figure out who's going to pick him up from school or daycare or whatever. The other really fun part was that last night yesterday he had to be at work at 5:45 in the morning for something they were doing that's like, it's a big waste of time essentially, but they were doing it, and so he had to be there at 5:45 a.m. and he had to stay there until 7 p.m. And we thought it was going to be 2 days in a row. So on top of being on call and on top of jury duty on call, there was that going on. So it's like, how much could two people do? It's Jesus, on top of like all the rest of the house stuff and taking care of the pets and the kid, and it's too much, man. That explains my crank level this morning, I hope. Oh, plus I found out my grandpa passed away on Monday night. Or maybe it was Sunday night. No, I think it was Monday night. So that's fun, too. So I have no idea what's going on with that yet. And there'll be like a military, burial and all that. So I have no idea what even happens with that, like all that's up in the air as well. There's too many balls right now, Plus we're supposed to be doing all these yard projects and shit. Well, all that's on hold because it's raining, which is probably okay this week because we're so busy anyway. But it feels like any time the last couple of weeks that I have had time to relax, I haven't even wanted to plan or do stickers or anything. I'm just so burned out with everything. Like, I need a vacation. I just done today. Like, tell you what, the first thing that goes wrong today, I'm gonna be, watch out. It'll be like that song, like, watch out, y'all do not want to be in my way today. Mostly I just keep talking because I'm trying not to fall asleep right now. I don't know if you can see it outside. It's rainy and shitty outside. Might have been raining last night. I don't know. I think it was raining overnight, probably. That probably explains my headache a little bit, too. I missed both hangouts. Well, I missed Cindy's live and I missed a patron hangout because I wasn't feeling good last weekend. And also because, like, all this other stuff going on, I was like, nope. So, missed those. I think I might have been napping during one of them, like, trying to catch a few minutes. Bums me out, man, because like the whole reason I joined the Patreon was to be more involved and to have like an online group of people to hang out with, but I haven't felt like hanging out. So I'm kind of like, well, I mean, I guess at least I can watch the Patreon streams. I mean, if I miss one, she'll record it and I can rewatch it, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to be able to be part of a live thing, I caught a new Pokemon yesterday over by this Target that we're passing. That Pokemon is Purugly. I did not have that one because I haven't evolved I forget the name. Glameow? I don't know. But I have only found like 2 of those, so I don't have enough candy to evolve it. So I didn't think I was ever going to get the other one because that Pokemon is nowhere. Like, I've seen it twice here. This is a very high population area, so you'd expect there to be more than that even, but I've only seen the 2. Sorry, my wipers are cranky. So I was really happy when I found that one. I was just in the caribou line, actually. And I just happened to turn on Pokemon, even though normally there's like 2 crappy Pokemon at the caribou, and I'm just waiting in the drive-thru line, so I'm like, well, I'll catch them, whatever. Something to do when you're waiting for your coffee. But yeah, I saw this guy on the nearby and was like, I'm getting him. So I made a jaunt over there and got him and made it back to work. I actually tried a new shortcut yesterday because I'm trying to make coffee breaks shorter so I can get more done and get more hours in while I'm at the office. So what I've started doing is there's a way you can get over here on the freeway. So the area where I work, there's some indie coffee shops, but there's not like a Starbucks or a Caribou. And the thing about the indie coffee shops is that their espresso is like a medium roast. And it just doesn't taste that good to me. Like, I want a dark roast espresso. I want an espresso roast. So all this, like, they're like, well, we use our blah blah blah, it's our espresso, and it's roasted like this and that, and it has these beans and blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, I just want a fucking espresso bean. That's all I'm asking for. I want some fucking espresso. You don't have to fucking weigh it on a scale. You don't have to make it pretty. I'm gonna put a cap on it and I'm gonna fucking drink it. I want it to taste good. That's it. And I don't want no medium roast because that shit has too much acid and it makes my stomach cranky. And so I come over here and get it, which is like, it takes 15 minutes to get here. Not on the freeway. It takes 15 minutes to get here, like back roads. Like, that's how many people are in this area. Like, St. Paul, Minnesota is extremely populated, and there's like millions of people here. That's not an exaggeration. Like, every single day, like, millions of people are in this city. So it takes forever to get anywhere. Kind of like a smaller version of like LA or New York. It's kind of like that. Like, it pretty much sucks to get around. So 15 minutes to get like a mile for coffee, right? And so I've been taking this way that I found that you can get around all the back roads just by like looping around on the freeway to get to the other side of where it is I'm going and coming in that way. But because I went and got this Pokemon yesterday, it ended up taking a half hour anyway. So it's like, I might as well just take a full like hour lunch break and take my time and, you know, take myself out to lunch once in a while and go get some stuff. But then I end up making up that time later, and, you know, it sucks because I have to do it. I either have to come in earlier, which, let's be honest, almost never happens, and then my option is really just to take my laptop home and end up spending my night working, and that just is depressing as fuck. So I gotta figure out a solution for this. I might just I bought this milk frother from Amazon. It's an AeroPress. I think AeroPress is the name. It's okay. It's supposed to heat the milk and it's supposed to froth it, but it doesn't actually get it hot enough, if that makes sense. And the shitty part is it has a sensor in it, so it'll only go so hot before it turns off, which has no capacity for adjusting that temperature. Like, once it's done, it's done. You can't, I mean, you can try to like turn it on and send it for another cycle, but in like 3 seconds it'll sense the temperature and it'll turn itself off. So it doesn't work that way. So your option is pretty much to like take 95 steps to make yourself something. So, I don't know. I'm not gonna drink my coffee like medium hot. I need it needs to be hot. So, I don't know. I mean, I could do that. Basically, what it would be is me, like, I'd have to bring a jug of milk, because I have to have almond milk. I can't have, like, regular stuff, because lactose intolerant. I'd have to find a way to make espresso. I'd have to bring the AeroPress. I'd have to froth it in the AeroPress. Then I'd have to pour it into a glass that can be microwaved. Microwave it to the temperature I actually want to drink it at. And then pour it into some other cup that has espresso in it. And that's just the milk by itself. Like, we're not even talking how do we do this espresso thing at work, which is, it's not worth it, honestly. I'm not gonna buy an espresso machine to leave on my desk at work. But if I ever don't work where I'm working now, then I probably won't be able to have it at work anyway. This is like the first place I've ever been able to have like a coffee machine or like a hot water heater, anything at my desk. Not like a house hot water heater, like an electric kettle is what I have. It's just like a aroma pot. Like, you put water in it, you plug it in, and then you turn it on and it boils the water, basically. So I could do a French press and just make a really strong French press. That's not a bad idea. I already do that in the morning, but then you gotta clean your French press multiple times a day if I'm doing it in the morning and in the afternoon. So see what I mean? It's a pain in the ass either way. Coffee's a pain in the ass, but it's better than no coffee, I guess. I don't know. The new place I tried the other day, I went to Workhorse Coffee, and that is on Raymond and University, so it's about 4 blocks from work. And it is really good. They actually did have a really nice latte. I really enjoyed it. And when I first go somewhere, I just get straight up latte. I try to just try what they have plain as possible to kind of get a sense of what it's like. But theirs is it's really nice. Like, I didn't find anything about it that I didn't like, and I actually really enjoyed the milk and how the froth was good. They really aerated it nicely. It had a nice weight to it. The barista didn't try to talk to me too much, which I definitely appreciate. Like, I had one barista at this one coffee bar over here that was like, "So what's up today?" Like, trying to make conversation or whatever, but I was like, "What's up today? It's a Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon. Work is what's up today." Like, what do you think is up today? Like, I wasn't wearing jeans or anything. I had I was wearing black pants and my black dress shoes and probably just like a long sleeved shirt, but like, it's pretty obvious that I'm at work, I don't know what people are thinking sometimes. It's like these hipster 20-year-olds, they don't know what's going on in the world yet. So I suppose the area down here, a lot of people don't work like corporate jobs. It's kind of like a hipster area, but at the same time, it just struck me as really funny. I was like, I don't even know how to answer this in a correct manner right now, because it's just such a weird question to get in the middle of the day on a Tuesday. Like, so what's up today? He said it like as if every day is different, Like, that'd be interesting. I mean, every day is different at work, but it's still work. It's like the same building. Same coffee, same people, generally. God, I do not feel good. Alright, so, well, speaking of, I gotta get in. That's 9:32. So in approximately 7.5 hours, I'll be done. And I can go home and sleep. At night after I make dinner and stuff. Or after we feed ourselves. And I call the jury line to see if I have to report in tomorrow morning. They do not want to walk right now. I seriously want to like sleep in the car right here. It's raining too. You want to see what it looks like outside? Look at that. Ugh. I don't know if you can hear that, but who wants to go out in that? My building's right here. I mean, I'm not that far away. But I actually got a really nice parking spot today. But like I freaking blow dried my hair, man. I should learn. I never learn. Anytime my hair like starts to look decent in the morning, there's gonna be like rain or snow or there's gonna be some reason why it doesn't last. This is my reason. I actually have a little blow dryer, but it's for the car. It like plugs into the 12-volt outlet here, so not gonna work in the building, unfortunately. Alright, well, it's 9:33. I spent an entire minute procrastinating. I'm gonna go inside, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.